Hello everybody, welcome. We're back at it today. I'm going to be finishing up the last two sketches that I wasn't able to do last night because I was just so busy yesterday and I was exhausted. Like my brain just pretty much gave up on me. So we have to finish William Blakely, this Worgen character for Borgrius, and then I have a Void Elf. So these two sketches, and then I have a sketch commission for Brenda of a Star Wars character. I think it's called a Flesh Raider or something. I don't know. I don't know much about Star Wars at all, so it's a weird looking hammerhead shark-like goopy guy. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it, because I'll show you guys what this looks like real quick. This. So I gotta draw this guy. Anyway. But yeah, that'll be when I finish these two sketches. So, this one is almost done. I just have to do the sketchy shading lines and sign his name. I got most of it done last night, but by midnight I was like, okay. I'm clocking out at midnight. So here we go. Also, I hope everybody's doing well today. It's nice to be back. Had kind of a busy day again, but at least, you know, I'm home and I get to stream on time, so I don't have any delays going on. I want to adjust this one eye. I really love the liquefy tool. It makes it so much easier. Like, if I see something is off, I can fix it. Hello, Baboon. Welcome. How's your day going today? Tired from work. Yeah, I getcha. Hey, at least you're home now and you can relax. Just relax, chill out, play some WoW, you know. Do whatever you want. Getting some shading done here. Also, Borgrius loved the sketches from yesterday. I sent them off to him, and I heard back from him this morning. Again, his time zone is, like, way different from mine because he's out in the Netherlands, so, like, when I'm doing stuff, he's probably sleeping. But so far, he loves the sketches, so that's good. He's not picky, and, you know, I never have to worry about him being like, hey, this is wrong, that is wrong. I want you to change this, change that. Like, I don't have any kind of issues like that with him. We're gonna make this the best looking wugga we can do right here. So I think today's projects are fairly simple. The Star Wars guy I gotta draw is a full body deluxe sketch, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. But he doesn't look like an overly complicated character, so much as he's just unusual. Like, I've never drawn a character like that before, so it's gonna be, you know, an interesting little challenge, I guess. But we shall see. Might not be very challenging. Who knows? It'll be definitely a new thing to add to my portfolio, that's for sure. Mike just sent me like a new possible thumbnail. He's been making all the thumbnails for my art streams for YouTube. And they're pretty funny. He's like the graphic design person. He's a lot better at that than I am, so I leave that in his hands, but I know he's gonna make some really goofy, silly stuff, so. Just getting our sketchy lines in here. And again, sorry if I'm not like talking a lot today. I don't know why, but I still feel tired. I didn't really do a whole lot today. Like, I had to take a couple of trips and run a few errands, and, you know, that's about it. But for some reason, I just feel tired. Maybe because I don't have any coffee. I could definitely use some coffee. But I'd have to make it, and I don't have time to make it, so... I do have a Ko-fi account, though, now, so... if people want to, like, ever buy my Dunkin' Donuts coffees that I love so much, they can do that. Buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. Okay, this guy is pretty much done. So I'm just going to delete the reference picture because I don't need that anymore. Sign the picture, write his name. I'm going to put his name over here. William Blakely. Oh yeah, one quick little announcement here. This is for the folks who won the raffle and the giveaway yesterday. I did schedule to do them on Saturday, but I completely forgot Saturday is Saratoga Comic-Con. So the stream might not start exactly at 4, or I might also have to just reschedule the sketches entirely for a different day. Like, I might have to do them on, like, Thursday, in lieu of doing my personal project. Like, my schedule this month is just so booked up, it's hard to find the time to squeeze things in, so... if I can't do them on Saturday, I'll do them on Thursday. Only downside is that means that I won't be able to work on finishing my own personal project, but this is the nature of the beast, you know? When you're a freelance artist and you have like commissions and commitments to other people, you have to kind of forego doing your own personal artwork. And I do that a lot. It's just, you know, it's a sacrifice I have to make. But I'll eventually find time to finish my picture, hopefully. But either way, I want to get like the raffle and giveaway winners art done, so that takes priority over my own stuff. Especially when like money is involved, so definitely got to get that done. But yes, I will be streaming the Saratoga Comic Con like I did last time. I'm gonna be pre-recording it and then I will stream it so people can watch if they want to. Because I thought that was pretty fun, you know, to do that last time. And Mike is going to make sure I remember to get a form so that I can apply for a table for the spring Comic-Con, because now I have enough fan art and stuff that, you know, I have new stuff that I can sell, so I just gotta get a table. They've been selling out really fast. Saratoga Comic-Con has been getting really popular lately. Like, it's been exploding. It's so crowded when you go in there. Like, you're like sardines, you know? It's really hard to move around. It's a little uncomfortable, but, you know. It's great if you're an artist and you have an artist table there, because I do super well. When I do sell my art there, I've done really well. Like, I always make back my table money within the first day, and then I end up making quite a bit of profit, so the trick is fan art. Like, you gotta sell fan art, lots and lots of it. Okay, let me save this, and I gotta send it off, and then I also gotta remember to upload these into the server because I didn't post them at all last night. File, save. I always got like so many things I gotta remember. Okay. Wonder how many sketches I have in this folder by now. It's probably like 700. Alright, so we got one more to go. I'm gonna post these up in the server real quick just so I don't forget. In the Sketches and Commissions channel. So first it is Thalastrian, and then Thalraziel, the two brothers. And then William Blakely. Alright, they are all posted. Now I just gotta spam my emotes on them, as I always do. You know, because I'm a creature of habit, so every time I post a picture in Discord, I have to put like 20 emotes underneath it. I don't know why I do this, it's just something I like doing for some reason. Also, I found some different royalty and copyright free music today that's not techno or dubstep, so it's kind of nice. It's a little closer to, you know, the sort of stuff I prefer to listen to, so I can, you know, tolerate it a little better. Almost done with my emote spam. Alright, there we go. All 3 sketches have been posted and emoted. So the next character today is Krelethus Voidveil. Krelethus. I don't know why there's like an S before the T. Like STH. Like, how do you even pronounce that? I can't pronounce that. But anyway, match our color. Gonna work on his face first and foremost. Make his eyes like a little less nutso. I wish they'd give Void Elf males more hairstyles. Like, so many of the hairdos for the Void Elf men also have, like, these intense widow's peaks. Like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. And I'm not a fan. Like, this is just whack, this hairdo. Like, the hair would be so nice if he didn't have a massive widow's peak. It's like, what is, like, playing with void energy make you have receding hairline? I guess it does. Oh, somebody's dancing with me. I didn't even notice. Sticky. I don't know who Sticky is. But hello, Sticky. Put their name's Sticky Glue. Little by little, we're getting there. He has quite a regal kind of face. I don't like know anything about this character at all, and I wasn't given any direction in terms of like facial expressions or anything of that nature, so I'm just kind of like winging it. Usually like Borgrius just lets me do whatever I want, so I'm like, well, the guy is a warlock. Warlocks tend to be a little devious, so make him look like, you know, he has a facial expression that says he could be up to no good. You never know. I mean, with a hairline like that, of course he's up to no good. I'm gonna keep making fun of the giant widow's peak. It's just like, why? Also, if you guys noticed, today's the first day I've been dancing in Stormwind on Moonguard again. Figured, you know, I'd switch it up. Go between Moonguard and Wormrest Accord. Got a whisper. Hi, I'm Sticky. Hi. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but according to lore, warlocks are just bad mages that went the evil way. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they got into, like, fell magic and summoning demons and all that good stuff. There used to be druid locks, but they got purged. Druid locks. I meant night elf locks. Uh-huh. I know technically, like, in character-wise, I mean, if you're a warlock, you shouldn't be, like, out in the open about it. It's kind of like a hush-hush underground thing. Like, you definitely shouldn't just be walking around a capital city with, like, demons, you know? So, like, if you're a role player, being a warlock is, most role players just say that they're, like, a fire mage instead. Like, that's kind of their cover-up. They don't just go around openly being like, yeah, I'm a warlock and I summon demons and I play with fell magic. Because, like, all of that stuff is unacceptable. My warlock is an evil supervillain who is that trophy camp type. Nice. The way I play Zalithia, the character that you guys see in game right now, is she basically kind of got pulled into the whole warlock thing. Like, she was always very curious about everything. She loved reading books and studying magic, and she met some elves in Silvermoon who were doing magic that was like hush hush, and she was very intrigued by it, and they just kind of convinced her to start going down this path. And eventually it got discovered. You know, she was toying with demonology, and she was tossed out basically and had to go into exile for it. And you know, one thing led to another, and she also became a void elf, and yada yada. Long story short, you know, she Typically, she would just take a normal, like, high elf disguise if she's, you know, walking around in a city or something. She wouldn't be coming out, like, all voidy and whatnot. She tries to hide that about herself. But in game, I didn't change her appearance. Like, when the new modifications came out, I didn't make it so she looks like a normal elf. I kept her voidy looking because I like it. I like the color scheme. Let's see. Warlocks choose to be warlocks. They choose to study demonology and fel over the arcane. The funny thing, I thought shadow priests were kin to locks. Void and fel demonology are like opposites. True, shadow priests, I mean, they're basically using void magic. So they're also playing with dark stuff that's technically not acceptable. Hey, you Jam! Let's see what chat here. Babone says, it's one of those things that everyone knows is illegal, but few do anything about. Also, 2 of my warlocks have absorbed enough fel magic that they're both basically demons at this point. Oh yeah, I bet like your character Mogrim Fellclaw, because he has like, I mean, he looks like a demon hunter with the wings and everything. Hello Jim, how are you today? See, none of my warlocks are evil. The 2 you've drawn are both dedicated to protecting Azeroth and mortals, while the 3rd, Trevor, is mostly retired from the practice. Yeah, see, like, Zalithia here isn't evil. I mean, she's just, you know, curious. Like, she just wanted to know more, and she also loves demons, but that doesn't make her evil, you know? But yeah, she was definitely ostracized for it. So she really does try to like cover that up and hide, you know, what she does. Mogrim's one of the demons, yes. Yeah, definitely. I could tell. He looks awesome though. Really cool character design. Nilvin Negawatt's parents signed him up for male correspondence course called Mastering Your Demons. Nice. That sounds like a gnome name. Is your character a gnome warlock? Let's see. I like that. A Belf I know wanted to drop a chunk of fel magic into the Sunwell and make Belf stronger. As you could imagine, it didn't go well and dude got deaded. Nice. You know, it's funny, like, in the past 2 years of all the character sketches I've done, I've only drawn 1 male gnome, and that was it. Just 1. It's like, there's, like, nobody in my Discord server has male gnomes. I mean, they're like unicorns. They're so rare. I've drawn a couple of female gnomes, and even 1 female mecha gnome, but male gnomes, man, they're like super rare. One day I will commission for him. That would be cool. Also, hello Orla! Well, we got a lot of people in here today. So happy to see you guys. It's good to be back streaming because, man, it's been a while. Like for Inktober, I didn't really stream, and then, you know, before that, I only streamed a little bit because I needed some mental health break. I was just kind of getting overwhelmed and stressed out, and too much stress, basically. I had a really, like, overly stressful summer, and things are a lot better now, though, so much, much better now. Oh god, yeah. Like, that's the important thing, you know? You need to know when to take a break. And I definitely needed one. Especially after finishing all the free sketches. It's like 100 free sketches. It just kind of consumed my life. I was like, I just want to be done. I'm much more happier now just doing like one free sketch a month as a giveaway as opposed to like the free sketch stream every single week that I've been doing for the past 2 years. It's like where I spend my whole day doing art for free. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's too much. I mean, it worked. It got people into my Discord server and into my community. Like, it got me on the map. You know, people started to see my art in people's TRPs and get an idea, like, who I am and whatnot. But, oh my god, I bit off way more than I can chew. I did a little bit too much free art for too long. So, I'm glad it's done. That's like a huge weight off my shoulders, knowing that all of that is done. Like 600 portraits, and like at least, I would say at least 200 of those were totally free. So, you know, I done my good deed. God, it was a big pile. Boop. Gotta jump here. So this week I have Comic-Con on Saturday. So I might do the winning sketches on Thursday. Which means I won't get to finish my Amma and Viserion picture, which makes me kind of sad. Because the way my schedule is this month, unless my patrons from Patreon wouldn't be terribly upset that I don't get to the Chibi Vol'jin this month and maybe start it next month, because I really wanted to finish my Amma picture. Like, I have to do the shading, the highlights, and I have to paint the background, and then it's done. But I just so rarely ever have the time to do my own, you know, personal art projects, because I'm always doing commissions and stuff. So I was gonna finish that this Thursday, but now, because I gotta do the raffle winners art, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Well, c'est la vie. Such is life. Gonna get Nilvin to stand behind you. Go for it. I'd love to meet him. Who's this guy back here? He looks familiar. Oh yeah, speaking of commissions, I'm all booked up for November, but December is open. And I don't know how many commissions I'm going to take on in December, just because, like, it's super hectic. It's a really busy month for me because of Christmas. But, if anybody is interested in, like, you know, getting a commission to be, like, a Christmas present for somebody, I would definitely, like, book it sooner rather than later, you know? Like, don't wait. Because I'm aiming to fill up as many spots as I can, and usually when I advertise, I do. And I haven't advertised for filling up my December commission spots just yet. I'm kind of giving you guys like the heads up first, so you get the first dibs on that if anybody is interested. But yeah. Last year was kind of a bust because I had to move in the month of December, so I wasn't able to stream or do commissions at all because I was busy packing and moving, and it was terrible. But I'm all settled and I'm not moving again this year, so I need to reserve at least a coloring of your Vrykul Wuggo. I know I did a colored sketch of that guy. The one with the axe, I think. Pretty sure that was the Vrykul one. I don't remember his name. See, I want to start a new drawing on Friday and do it over the weekend, but I don't know what to do. Should I make a new OC fan art? I don't know. I would say that because, like, you know, the Dragon Prince Season 4 just came out. If that's a show you've ever watched, you should make a fan art for that, because it's, you know, current right now. Or, if you've ever watched, like, Spy Family, do like a fan art of Anya Forger because she's super adorable and everybody loves her so much right now. Your Owl House pictures have been really good. OCs are always good too. It's really like whatever you're feeling up to doing. I can just throw out suggestions, but ultimately it's like, what do you feel like drawing, you know? Like, draw something that's fun to you that you feel inspired to do. That's my suggestion. How about that? Whatever is fun and inspires you. I just started watching Spy Family so far. I like it, and yes, she's adorable. Yeah, Anya is, like, so freaking adorable. Like, everybody I know who watches that show absolutely loves her. She's really cute. Like, I had to draw those characters for Inktober, because I was like, you know, this isn't a half bad show. It's pretty good. I'm very picky about anime too, by the way, so like if I consider an anime to actually be good enough to sit down and watch, then that's saying something. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you liked my Inktobers. Speaking of Inktober, whenever I get a day off, I have to, like, get the rest of those up for print sales. Because I have the I have the Arcane League of Legends ones made and ready to go. And I have them posted up on Ko-fi so people could order them if they want to buy prints. But I gotta get the rest of them. Like I did the Castlevania, and I did Vox Machina. I'm really excited about those. And the Spy Family ones. And all of them are going to be available as prints. I just have to, you know, get them posted up. I always have so much to do between like streaming and commissions, and then, you know, my everyday life is just so busy. So like making the time to do all this, it's like, it's a lot. I just have to do things piece by piece, you know. Get them posted bit by bit. So like, you know, I'll work on the Castlevania ones this week, and then I'll try and get the Vox Machina ones posted up next week, and so on and so forth. And that would be a good thing too for Christmas, like if people want to order prints. Like you don't necessarily have to commission me, you could buy prints of art that I've already made, and that makes nice presents for people as well. So like if you know anybody who is a fan of any of the things I've drawn, you know, the prints are here. I do all my own printing. I make all my own merchandise. Because I like to be the manufacturer of the stuff. Like, I'm also quality control, you know? Like, everything I make is guaranteed to be good. Good quality. Good paper. Good ink. Nicely put together. I have to do more button pins too with that. I need to get a new button pin maker because the one I have, it doesn't work too good anymore. It like rips the paper and kind of eats the corners of the artwork when it's trying to laminate it, and that is no bueno. So I need a button pin maker that's not defective. But those are really expensive, so I'm pretty much just using up the buttons that I have, and yeah. Yep, I have a button pin maker, and it only makes small buttons. Like, I don't have a larger pin maker. I want to do at least like 1.5 inch size buttons, but I need a different pin press for that, and it's expensive. It's like $400, so like it's worth it for Comic-Con because pins sell like crazy. I sell my button pins for $2 each, and I sell a lot of them. Like they really go. So yeah, I absolutely made my money back on the first button pin maker. I think if I recall, my 1 inch button pin maker was like $180 or $140, something like that. And within like the first day of Comic-Con, I already made back the money. Like people were just buying pins. Like I made Steven Universe pins, and those ones sold like hotcakes. They went really, really fast. So I need to like restock them. I have to make more, and it's a little bit of a process because like you have to print out the art after, you know, you have to make the pin in a template digitally, make sure it's the right size and everything, and then you have to print out the sheets, and then you have to cut out every single one, and then you assemble it on the press. So you put the artwork, you put the little clear laminating thing, and then you put the pin, the metal part, and the plastic part, and you also have to like put the pin thing into the plastic part. It's several steps basically. So each pin takes a little bit of time to make, you know. It's not like instantaneous, you know. But I enjoy doing this stuff, like making this stuff. It's very satisfying. Although after a while, it does kind of kill your hands because you have to pull a lever down to like squash all the stuff together to seal the pin. And it takes a little bit of arm muscle for sure. And then the next thing I have to do is like I organize the pins based on genre, and I have like a little jewelry box thingy that I have on my Comic-Con table, and it shows all the pins in order based on like what show they're from. So I have a section that has like Inuyasha pins, Attack on Titan. You know, I try to make a lot of popular characters that people would want to buy, like a lot of fan art. Because at Comic-Con we get a lot of anime fans and stuff walking through. The one thing they always ask me for is like My Hero Academia fan art, and I tried to watch the show, didn't really get into it, didn't catch my interest, so I do not have any My Hero Academia fan art. And I have, you know, I have this standard where I don't just make fan art of stuff just because it's popular. I only make fan art of stuff if I actually like it. Like, I have to have seen it, I have to like it, and, you know, feel passionate about it. Because otherwise, I don't really feel the point in drawing it, you know? Like, I know there's a lot of artists and they follow trends and they make fan art for, like, everything, especially if it's popular. Like, they jump on the bandwagon. But, like, I just can't bring myself to draw stuff that I don't really care about, you know? Like, it feels like a waste of time to me, and like being a sellout. Like, I'm just making this to make money, not because I care about what I'm actually drawing. Like, that doesn't feel too genuine or, you know, nice, so. Let's see. MHA was good, but it was a heck of a roller coaster. I keep hearing My Hero Academia doesn't get good until like season 2. So, oh, also, I saw Cyberclaw MKX cheered for 1,000 bits 8 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. I just now saw that. Thank you so much. Like, I know I heard a noise, but it didn't register in my brain, so I was probably too busy yapping. But thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Orla said, sounds difficult. I've only ever made big badges, which is a bit easier since more room. I want to go to a Comic-Con at some point. They sound fun, but I probably have to go over to America as the best ones are there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly where you are. I think you're in the UK somewhere, but yeah. I mean, I know they have Comic-Cons like all over the world, so you could always look up, you know, ones that might be closer to you, like local ones, and just, I always say go check them out first. Especially if you're considering selling your art at Comic-Cons, you should always scope them out before you know, get a table, because it could be very expensive getting tables to sell your art. I like the Saratoga Comic-Con, like right now for an 8-foot table for the weekend, it's like $250. So, you know, after I buy my table, I'm always like biting my fingernails. I'm like, oh my god, I need to make back that $250. Luckily, though, I do. Like, usually on the first day, I make at least double, you know, what I put in for the table, so. And the best part is I get to have people coming up to my table like wearing costumes, and a lot of times I get people that are dressed like my favorite characters. And I ask them like, "Hey, could you could I take a picture of you, you know?" Like I've seen like Catra and Adora from She-Ra. I've seen Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug. Um I've seen characters from Inuyasha, like all kinds of stuff. So I love looking at all the cosplay at the Comic-Con. Like that's definitely my favorite part, is just so many people dressed up in costumes like everywhere. Everywhere you go. It's definitely a vibrant community. Let's see. There was a Comic-Con light in Plano a few years ago, mostly retro action figure salesmen. That's actually pretty cool. Gotta try and make sure you can sell most of your stuff then for profit. Absolutely. You gotta save up to make an outfit. Yeah, I usually do dress up. Even though, you know, I'm in the artist alley and I'm just stuck at my table all day, I do like to wear costumes while I'm selling stuff. Or I like to wear stuff that represents the thing that I'm like a fan of. So one year, I did have like a rainbowy wig, and I had unicorn stuff because I was trying to be Swiftwind, and I was like wearing a She-Ra t-shirt. And I had like the rainbow wings, so it was you know, like a Swiftwind style, not necessarily dressing up like a alicorn, but people know who I was trying to emulate. Also, hello Kaiser Dragon! Arts indeed. Finishing up where we left off yesterday. One year, Mike and I went as Tina and Louise from Bob's Burgers. I was Tina and he was Louise because he has the hat and everything, and Louise is his favorite character. I'm trying to think. He also went as Castiel from Supernatural. And a lot of times I go as like my Renaissance fair costume. Like I'm just, you know, an elf assassin character, my own thing. So I like to dress up like that. Like I have wings, and they have cords. Like if you pull the cords, the wings flap. And my friend Penny got those for me at Comic-Con, and they're really cool. So yeah, I definitely love dressing up when I go there, for sure. Alright, we're almost done. Just doing the thicker outlines, and then we're gonna do the sketchy shading lines. And then we're gonna move on to our Star Wars commission. Alright, let's see. I gotta write his name. Yeah, the wings are really neat because you can also change the fabric on them. Like, you can buy different wings, and it's like a plastic frame, so you could take the fabric off the frame and put a different one on. So if you want to have different kinds of wings for different outfits, you can. Like, there was an artist that makes them, and they're really, really cool. And that's the other thing I love about Comic-Con is you get to support a bunch of, local artists, and that's literally their career. They go around to different conventions selling stuff, and that's how they make their living. I would have a hard time doing that just because the whole like constantly traveling thing. I'm not really super big on traveling a lot. But I like doing the Saratoga Comic Con because it's literally right down the block from where I live. So, like, I can walk there. It's very convenient, that there's a convention that happens right in my town. So I don't have to go far. And usually on the opening day, it's like the place is flooded. They get like 3,000 people going through there. So again, like if you're an artist, it's really great because to have 3,000 people walk by your table, you're gonna sell stuff. Sounds like a fun career if you enjoy traveling, but also stressful. It is stressful. Um, and it's also kind of physically exhausting. But basically the way a Comic-Con works is you have to be there early, and then you have to take the time to set up, and setting up is kind of exhausting because you have to put up all your display, you have to get all your prints out, and depending on how ornate and fancy your whole table display is, it could take like 2 to 3 hours to set it up. And for me, it's very physically demanding because I have to set up this big photo backdrop thing, and all my prints hang off of it. And that goes behind me, so like people walking by, they can look at it and they can see all the prints that I have for sale on display behind me, and they can just pick out like, oh, I want that one. And then on my table, I have a spinning display where I put my Inktober prints, and you have to make sure you put all your prices out. And I also have like blinking lights that hang from my table. I have a banner that has my name on it. I have like fancy tablecloths, and then I put out my button pins, and then I have stickers and magnets. Like, it's a whole thing. So, by the time I'm done setting up, I'm all sweaty and I'm already tired. And then they open up the convention. They start letting the VIP people come in an hour early. So you start getting people coming in, and then you have to get your game face on, and you have to pretty much man your table the entire day. So you're at that table for like 10 hours. And if you have to go to the bathroom or get a drink, you need somebody to watch your table for you so that you don't get robbed. So it's, and then the other thing is too, there's celebrities and all kinds of stuff happening at the Comic-Con. But when you're a vendor and you're glued to your table all day, you're missing everything. I don't really get to wander around and check out the famous people or look at the other artists' work. I mean, usually Mike helps me. He'll come in and he'll let me take a little break, and he'll watch my table for a little bit so I can just kind of wander around. But, the problem is he doesn't feel comfortable selling stuff, and he doesn't really know all my prices. So he's always kind of don't be gone for long. So usually I just get to leave to run to the bathroom or something like that. And then I have to run right back to my table. So yeah, there's some downsides to being a vendor at a convention, because there's so much exciting stuff going on and you're just like, you're stuck at your table. But for me, part of that excitement is like having people come up to my table and like tell me how much they like my artwork. It's, you get so much feedback and compliments and stuff. It's really great. Like, it boosts your ego big time. The number one thing people say to me when they walk up to my table is like, "Did you draw that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I drew everything here." It's funny. It's like they don't believe it or something. I don't know. Like, the whole table says art by Emily Camissa, and people always say, "Did you draw that?" I mean, it's a weird thing, but it's like, yes, I drew this stuff, yes. And then I also hand out like business cards to people, and I try to like promote my social media and stuff, because one of the big things about Comic-Con is I want people to like follow me. Don't just look at my stuff one time at a convention, but like, here's where I am on the internet, so you guys can follow me, you can commission me. I don't just have to be like a one-time piece of your life for one day on a weekend at a con. Like, you can see my art all the time. You could watch me streaming, So a big part of what I do at Comic-Con, aside from selling my work, is networking. Trying to build up my following, get people interested in like who I am as an artist, and try and win over some like lifelong fans. So it's like, hey, if you bought a print from me, consider following me on like Instagram, watching my streams on Twitch and YouTube, and like join my Discord server, stuff like that. Let's see. You have to take a picture of your stall next time you set up at a con and put it in the Discord. I want to see. I could post pictures from the last time I sold. Getting compliments is the best. Your art is really good, so I get why you drew that a lot. Here, let me post a picture in the server. I'm gonna post it in the general chat channel. Let's see. Emily's stuff. Vendor. Saratoga Comic-Con. So yeah, I'll show you my table. There you go. So my table always pretty much looks similar to that, like every time I set it up. And this is the backdrop with all my prints and stuff. And now I have a whole bunch of new prints, so I start to try and rotate out the prints that don't sell. Like a lot of those prints I usually just give away to people, or, they're just kind of collecting dust in a folder because nobody buys them. Unfortunately, that is a risk you take when you make merchandise to sell at a convention. Like, not necessarily everything you make is going to sell. So you might end up with, like a big overflow of stuff. And actually, let me open up the picture for people on the stream. So for any of you who might not be in my Discord server, I'll show you my Comic-Con table real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna like copy paste it. Copy image and paste. There we go. So yeah, this is basically my table for Comic-Con. So over here I have coloring prints. So these are just black and white line arts. And I figured, what the heck, I might as well make prints because people really like coloring stuff. Adult coloring books have become really popular. And I have sold a few, not a ton, but, And then over here I have art necklaces. So like my mermaid and fairies and fawns and stuff, they're like in the little cabochon pendants. And yes, I did learn how to tie the knots and do all that, like, you know, Irish knot tying stuff. I can't remember what it's called, macrame or something. I had a book on it. It was very complicated and tedious, but I bought paracord and I did make every single one of these individual necklaces, and it was a pain in the butt. Then down here we have Steven Universe sticker packs of the 4 main characters, so, and then some of the other characters. And then over here we have magnets. I have big magnets. As you can see, Steven Universe, original characters, fantasy stuff. And then moving over here we have button pins. And then I have brochures that I hand out to people to advertise my private art lessons and Dreamcatcher workshops. And then I have my spinning display where I sell my Inktober prints. And also notice at the top here, it has a little clip on it, says how much it is, so it's $8 per print. And then of course in the back we have all the other prints. It has my name, The Art of Emily Camissa. And on the front of the table I have my banner. And on my banner it has like all the socials, and Tumblr doesn't exist anymore, neither does Etsy because I kicked them to the curb, and I barely use Facebook. But you know, back in the day I was pretty much pumping art out onto all of these and getting absolutely nowhere, and it was wasting my time. So I nixed a bunch of these, so that one, and that one are gone. But I still have Patreon, I still have Instagram, and I still have DeviantArt. And then down here at the bottom, as you can see, vintage anime merch. This is kind of my little yard sale section of the Comic-Con, where I was selling off posters and wall scrolls and, you know, magazines, because I just had so much stuff. And I did eventually sell literally all of it, and I made a lot of money on that stuff. Comic-Con was the place to really unload. So, and I still have a lot of that stuff that you see in the picture. I have a lot of that